This is the Bellroy Venture Travel Pack 26. It's got some of my favorite pocketing and inner materials that I've seen from a Bellroy product to date, like their laptop compartment for us techies, right? These dividers just feel great. You'll see what I mean in a second. They've also got pocketing on the inside of the main compartment that I find useful, not to mention the external zippers, which I love, and the fabric on the outside. On the beaver paddle, you got two big meshy pockets, which I love. They're great. And the top brain, this is your quick access. It's segmented into two compartments. Couldn't be better. Nice side pocket and a water bottle pocket that is completely closable and leak-proof on the side. And there's a little bit of a surprise here. I'm excited to show you in a second. But this back panel, we just gotta start here. These straps just feel so good. This whole back panel does, okay? The kind of cushion, it's like gel, it's more like gel than foam. This meshy material right here that they're using, all along this back, this speaks volumes to the kind of bag this is. Look at these like soft, rounded contours. Luggage pass-through finally on Bellroy gear. Little air channel, like a click, it's just clean. I'm gonna take you through every nook and cranny and bell and whistle. But first, this episode is brought to you by Studio Neat, who makes some of my favorite notebooks and pens. Look at this pen. This is their Mark I, the most satisfying click mechanism on the planet. They designed it from scratch. But it's really this barrel that I love so much. It's the perfect thickness. It feels so good. The click does feel great. The click feels great. Now they have notebooks that feel above and beyond. One of my favorites is their Panobook, designed to fit right between you and your laptop like this, which is it's pretty great. When you're working from this kind of thing, it lays completely flat because it's spiral. I've also been using their hardbound notebook, which is called the Keep Book, and this little guy, their Totebook Mini. They have a larger size of this, it's flexible. I've been using this in my pocket with their Mark II pen. I mean, I'm pretty f***ing dialed with these guys right now. These are the best pens. The Mark II is designed to fit in your pocket. When you use my links below, it lets them know where you came from, and please do so. Please tell them that this is where you came from, and get yourself a pen that you can use for the rest of your life, that your kids will fight over, you know, when you're dead. So these straps and back panel just feel absolutely incredible, and they're indicative of all the design decisions you're gonna see across this bag. Okay, let's start with external material, super easy to wipe off. This one has like a TPU coating. This one doesn't. I love this. Bellroy's been doing this crinkly, like almost sailcloth crinkly material. It's incredible. These are gonna last for a really long time. This is gonna wipe really clean. This might absorb some dirt over time. Doubt it would do so with oils. Water's just gonna slough right off. All the zips are water sealed. So the conceit of this bag, the design of this is one big beaver paddle. One big beaver paddle, one big main compartment, but you've got a pocket here, you've got water bottle on the outside, external access over here, two inner guys, and then your brain and a secret compartment. Normally I use a tech pouch like this. This is a Bellroy, this is their like toiletry kit max. This is great. This has a bunch of organization and feels really good as a tech organizer, actually. Don't sleep on toiletry kits as organizers for your tech stuff, but because I've moved into this bag entirely and it has the right kind of pocketing for me, I don't need to use that. So the only thing I carry on a daily, regular sort of basis is my headphones and my laptop, my journal. The rest of this stuff is all put into pockets. Now, they designed this thing as a travel backpack. They want you to travel with this. That's what this is for. Put some packing cubes, click it all down, and that way you've got, you've got you get to the hotel or the Airbnb, you pull that stuff out. You throw it on the bed. And then you've got a pack that you can take with you on the daily, right? This is what's so excellent about traveling minimally like this. fits under the seat in front of you. You've got just enough for your weekend away and all your tech work business essentials, maybe even like a pair of workout shoes. But it's small enough to be your daily carry when you get there, okay? Look at it on. This is with nothing in it, basically, except for a couple things in the brain. You can see the structure of the bag. I like a bag like this. Just enough structure, but not full rocket pack, not completely collapsed, right? The straps, I'm telling you, just putting my thumbs in here and you feel the rounded sides of this just feel great. Wizards. Bellroy are wizards. Great handle here. You see this? This is what we've come to know and love from a Bellroy handle. Feels really good. It's perfect. No other handles anywhere on the bottom or the sides, but you will notice some, I can't even tell if this is metal or not, but some custom great looking hardware. Again, this material just feels so good. We're going with a magnetic sternum strap, which sometimes this thing clips closed when I don't want it to. But it's nice when you've got it on, it just clicks together easily. You know, I don't know. We could do better. We could do something different, I think, eventually. But maybe this is the best we have so far. Now, there is this secret compartment in here where this comes with this bag. This bag comes in like like $300. This is a feature-rich, radical, badass materials bag. Okay? And you're paying for it. It's not a 40-liter travel bag. Or is it? That's what this thing is. That's what this is. Okay, you're gonna see something. You've got these little T bits right here, and you've got these little loops right here. This is their strategy for, and this is fucking ballsy and interesting, for adding more stuff when you actually need to, when you like throw your clothes and a pair of shoes and your socks and undies in here. This goes and clips onto the bag using these little T-hooks, okay? Top and bottom. You walk away, you've got it on the bag. If you're like, maybe you get on the airplane and you unclip these and put it in the overhead compartment. Maybe you don't even clip this to the bag, you just kind of roll with this in transit like this with the backpack on, because this is gonna go under the seat in front of me and this can go in the overhead. And then I'm just clicking it on when it's time for transit. Very interesting. So they say it's 15 liters, which looks about right. Super thin, lightweight, ripstop nylon, decent materials. Like this doesn't feel like it's just gonna rip and tear. It's got like some taped seams, some reinforcements along there, and again these little like T-bars for hooking this onto the outside of your bag. What do you think of this? My initial impressions are that's fascinating, because then when I get to where I'm going, I've got a backpack that I can use as a day bag. When I'm hiking or just doing day urban stuff, or I want to go on some kind of an excursion, and yet I don't have to bring a whole separate backpack with a whole separate, harness system and pocketing and all this other stuff to go into full transit mode. Instead of having a big bag that you put a little bag inside of, they have a medium-sized bag that you can attach a small, like, just for packing stuff bag to. Ah, that's interesting. I like that. Would you use this? What do you think? In the comments below. Very curious your thoughts. This definitely has some of my favorite materials that I have seen to date from basically anyone, right? Like this is a hard piece of plastic with fabric wrapped around it. This is like a gel sort of foam with some fabric wrapped around it. The difference between these two, that they're right next to each other, the contrast feels so good. It feels great. You're just like, what? Oh my God. This rounded corner or like angled corner right here. It also shows up on this top beaver paddle internal pocket, which has that same hard sort of plasticky thing with fabric wrapped around it. And this is your RFID passport hidden. See how high it is on the zip? Super interesting. What's so interesting about this? I've not seen anybody do this. Nothing like it. It feels extremely elegant and durable and interesting, like ruddy, like interesting, like, yes, I can use that. It feels so good. You're going to love that. Bellroy's signature sexy mesh over here, which I love, right? It's just the right, it doesn't pull this thing close. It's like just perfect. You could stretch it out a little bit. Now, I love this pocket over here. As I showed in the intro, this is where I stash my camera, which I love to have with me, but I also don't want it flopping around in my bag. So this ends up being perfect. I think they designed this for underwear and socks, like keep it stashed somewhere away. I would definitely be putting all my clothes in a packing cube or in this guy. I mean, with how I pack with this thing, I might even just use this as my packing cube for all my clothes. And if I don't use the whole thing, even better, because I would need extra space on top for my headphones case. Even though I'm wearing them, if I'm traveling solo, almost all the time, I still need to have that case because I don't want those to be in here without a case. Those are the Focal Batiste. They are by far and away the best Bluetooth noise canceling headphones that I've ever used for many reasons, one of which being they have a DAC mode. I plug it right into my computer using USB-C and it charges. We can get into it later. You can click one of these videos to learn more. Now, this Brain quick access on the top of the bag is awesome. More of that material wizardry. This liner, which is the same liner that was wrapped around those plastic bits, feels just killer. It feels so good. Capacity inside of here is exactly what I want it to be. This split in half doesn't get in my way. Have you ever had that where they add a divider and you're like, dang, if it was just bigger, I'd be able to do more with this. I initially thought I wouldn't want that divider there. I'd want it one size all the way across. Like, I've never had a problem with it. I love using it like this. Little undies pocket right here. Better than it should be. Again. The details on this thing is what feels so good. When you work with something like this every single day, it's those little details that you start to take for granted, but B, if they're done right, they never feel lame. There are details that are on products all the time that you see that feel like a nice bell and whistle that ends up feeling lame later. None of these feel lame. That is design. That's what design is working past those initial, everybody loves to have bells and whistles. You see the bell, you see the whistle, you're like, ooh, I want to get that. And then you're using it, it's like, actually, it doesn't. That's poor design. That's marketing. This material right here on the side, I'm telling you, you're good. Like, it just feels so good. This side pocket, I just ended up using as my tech pouch for my, what I call second order access items. Okay, second order access tech stuff. Basically the stuff that I always need, but I never want to see. That's my tech pouch over here. There is a lanyard for your keys in here. The zipper is up against your body, so it's one of those stash pockets that you can be feeling secure that you're not going to get pickpocketed in. And then pretty interesting over here, our water bottle pocket is, look at this. That's that same external material. Inside of it, you can feel the back side of it. There's no liner in here. So this whole thing is water resistant. And I don't know if there's you can see the gusset down here. You can see that it has its own, little bit of its own capacity. Not too much to where it's like boofing out, right? But not so little, it's Goldilocks. Not so little that it's completely cutting into your capacity inside the bag. Here's my 32-ounce Owala water bottle, which fits in perfect. It's kind of nice to be able to completely close that down when you're in full-on transit mode. I tend to leave it like this so I can try to get to it. I mean, even when it's opened all the way, I haven't had it fall out. Just a sensational bag. And I mean that literally, sensational. Because the touch of this foamy jelly mesh, right? Of this crinkly, dry, really like rugged material, of this slick Eddie Murphy Raw style thing. The surprise of there being like this inner compartment right here that has a 15-liter bag that's just in it. I thought for sure that was a rain fly. All these zips are water sealed. Like, oh, I get it. If you really are going out in the monsoon, it's kind of nice to have that. But then I realized, oh, that is the 15-liter tote that they're like, you will travel with this. It's like Jedi stuff. You will travel with this. You will prefer to travel this way. This will work out well for you. Which I think is kind of brilliant. Who is this bag for? Fucking pros. I think it's for pros. I think it's for gangsters. I think this bag is for gangsters. I think that the detail and all the design stuff is at such a level. I think that how it is organized is for a pro digital nomad or tech kind of business person who's traveling often and knows how to go minimally. I think that the ability to go extra stuff like this, but then be out there, it's more adventurous. You know, if you're a business guy, you're gonna have a roller. You're gonna have a roller. This is more adventure travel. So pro adventure travel, digital nomad. That's who this is for. It's Bali. It's Bali for a week, you know, or it's Argentina, or it's like I run an Amazon fucking email list lead thing, and I travel all over the world. This is pretty pro. I wonder if I would just be like, no, I take a little packable bag and I take a really big travel bag to maximize the amount of space that I get. Because this bag itself is 26 liters. Then you add 15 on top of that. It's quite a lot. I mean, this is more clothes than I've ever taken on a trip. So if I had all my clothes in here, clipped onto there, kind of lame to travel with this on the back. I could probably get used to it. Kind of lame. Then a sack inside with a pair of shoes, headphones, a jacket, like some of that stuff in the main compartment, toiletry kit. And this is just clothes. I could get away with for a long time with that. I just think I probably would want to integrate it in the bag more. I don't know. What's your thoughts? Shout out to Bellroy and to Studio Neat. Links are below to both of these. They support the channel. Supporting the channel at no cost to you. Sometimes there may be some sort of like a free gift going on with Bellroy right now, or my travel thing that I've made with them. I don't know if that's going to be live by the time this goes out, but the link there will be special because it's my link. Guys, I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning, sweating with anxiety. Just one of those mornings where you're like, apparently there's a lot that I haven't been processing because it came and found me at 3 a.m. and just went like, wake up! We got through it. I'm still getting through it. Wherever you are. I hope you are not being woken up at 3 a.m. by your anxiety monsters. I hope that you are enjoying what it's like to be you, to have the gift of life. Does it feel like a gift? Does it feel like a gift to you? I hope it does. Here's a question for the comments. What do we do when it doesn't feel like a gift? How do we get back to that? What do you do when you get kind of like burdened with life and it's time to get back to like, oh, let's go back to this being a gift? Is there something that you do? Do you have a tip or a trick to get back to life being a miracle, to get back to wonder? What's your tip? What's your trick? What's your tutorial? I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Bye.